offense. I have not had an opportunity to get in touch with his lawyer in that case. So I don't know exactly what the disposition is or in what stage the proceedings are. At this point, because the agent had not been able to get additional information, she had recommended a fine in this case. I would ask that in the event the court was inclined to impose that fine and too substantial, he would be given extra time to pay.
I find that he can't even pay for his kids. So how is he gonna pay for accountability on the action? And he doesn't even follow through. So I am, the fact that he did not contact probation department, he was aware of the probation department. I gave him the grace of appearing via Zoom, thinking that he was taking care of business in not only in Texas, but with other, but also with child support. Warrants were issued on 11/18/24. Given that Mr. Felix Little has not complied with the court's bond conditions and that he hasn't contacted probation, I'm also going to issue a bench warrant for his failure to comply with $5,000 cash surety only.
Judge, if he in fact contacts the probation department, the court really evaluate that question with bond?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
I never, excuse me, I never got, didn't nobody tell me to contact the probation.
You have more background in the criminal procedure because of your prior record. You should know by now. I'm not going to listen to it. You were granted the grace to do that. You violated that trust, and therefore, I don't want to hear any more.
Mr. Little, I would suggest you contact the probation department as soon as you're off Zoom.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Lomsky.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate your time. In the matter of People versus Albertson on 244827.
Good morning, Your Honor. Sean Benami on behalf of Ms. Albertson, who is present. Your Honor, first and foremost, I'd like to apologize. I was adjourned court earlier. And I was in a situation where I needed a translator for my client, so it took some.
Well, that's all right. We were in another matter, so no problem. Here. All right. Any additions, subtractions, or deletions?
Nothing, Your Honor.
Anything else by way of allocution?
Your Honor, just that my client fully understands what she did was wrong online, and that she does feel remorse for it. The question of the fines and costs, she's just started a job, or she's training as a bus driver. And whether or not the court would entertain either reducing her fines and costs or allowing her enough time to pay for those would be greatly appreciated.
Yeah. No, I thought the cost was more than reasonable given the fact that she stole from the store. But I'll work with her on her time to pay.
Thank you, Judge.
So, court's going to adopt the recommendation, time to pay. I'll start with 60 days. You do have, within 5 days, you have to contact Ms. Joseph over at CST Counseling. Okay. And there was a fee involved with that.
Your Honor,
Yes.
is there a number she has to call for that, or?
Pamphlet right in for you.
I'm gonna give her a referral.
She'll have everything she needs from this slaughter.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Have a good day. Good luck, man. In the matter of People versus Thomas on 222399.
Yeah, there's Thomas. Was in custody to my left.
Any additions, subtractions, or deletions?
I believe she wants to get a better phone.
Well, that's, I have to accept him,
I understand, Judge.
and I'm just gonna give her credit time, sir.
Thank
So we can update that information. Another time. All right.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Mr. Phipps.
Sure.
Why not? We send them to them on their email.
They're the same thing.
They're the same thing.
Different.
In the matter of People versus Nowakowski on 2-4.
Tess is over in another.
She's
here, but the defendant isn't.
Yeah.
But Tess is in Huff.
In the matter of People versus Rutz on 2-4-2762.
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm Lady sitting in for Attorney Director Aaron Coltrane on behalf of Evan Rutz. Stands my left in the jury box. By today's date and time for sentencing, Your Honor, we have reviewed the pre-sentence report. The only correction, Your Honor, is that he does not get his SSI anymore, so that income employment information has been changed. Other than that, Your Honor, we would just ask that you do follow the recommendation with adequate time to pay. He has served 60 of the 93 days in county jail already.
Let me ask, Mr. Rutz, anything you wish to add?
No.
What?
That I don't get SSI no more.
Well, I'm not worried about the income part. I'm worried about your actions on the night with the person you professed or claimed that you had feelings for that you treated in a less than humane manner.
I know. I made a young dumb mistake. That'll never happen again.
I don't think dealing with people, whether they're 18, 17, 23, 64, changes. What changes is how you, or what you need to change is how you interact with people.
I will.
So why did you minimize your actions on that night? Well, why don't you do this? Why don't you tell me what you did to her that would cause her to be in fear of you, yet to this day?
All I did was bear hug her and we fell to my
Bear
blanket
hug.
door.
Bear hug.
And
You're sticking with that one?
yeah, that's what happened.
How did you try to manipulate her? How did you try to abuse her with the
I
words you use?
Not to leave.
Did you say that you were going to kill yourself unless she came back to you? Did you use words like that?
No,
Hmm,
I-
interesting.
I begged her to stay. I
Why
cried.
would she want to stay with someone that abuses and manipulates like you did?
I made a mistake.
Didn't make a mistake. You have a course of conduct that this was not the only isolated incident, was it?
I'm ready to get help.
Well, that's right. That's why you're not staying there the rest of the 30-some days. I'm just trying to, I don't think you yet appreciate your actions and what they do. Because of your age, and because at least one thing, you have not been through the system before. However, it appears from the information that has come to my attention that it's not the first time that you've engaged in what you've done, some form or fashion. However, given that you are of the age and it was agreed upon that you would be sentenced under the Holmes Youthful Training Act, the court will follow that with 6 months supervised probation pursuant to the Holmes Youthful Training Act. Granted that you have spent 60 days in jail, you have 60 days credit. The only fees that you're going to be responsible for, so I'm striking number 3, is $75 and $50. And the $80 domestic violence inventory assessment fee. With regard to number 7, given your agency, I'll strike that. Given number, that you'll be on probation, you'll to have that at $30 per month oversight fee. Now, you'll also be referred over to CST counseling. You must contact them within 5 days of your release. You will be released today unless you have something else that's holding you, but I don't see that you do.
Your Honor, I do believe that there may be a bond, I'm nothing holding, but there is a bond outstanding that may need to be paid. So it may, I'm not sure if it would be today. I just,
Bond outstanding. That he paid a bond, or
no, a bond will need to be paid.
I didn't see a pending case. Is there a pending case?
Who lets me know there is none? I don't want to misrepresent the court, because there may not be when he's let me know that there may be.
See it in the report. Let me look it up.
He's got something upstairs.
Did anyone look at the computer system for Saginaw? See?
As a status conference,
Yeah.
January 9th.
Here it is, okay.
And it does not have anything to do with this case, Your Honor,
No.
in any capacity.
I'm just trying to, I'm just, the fact that it wasn't in the report. You have the case number on that.
24
245973
Oh,
FY.
2453.
5973. FY.
Mr. Robinson's on that.
Yes.
Good. That was just bumped over. Don't have a status conference until January. Wow. How much is your bond on that case?
This is 4,500, 10%, Your Honor.
No bond, motion's been made to address bond?
I'm not sure, but I can speak with Attorney Robinson.
Yeah. Changes things.
Your Honor, if I may.
Yeah.
As far as I can recognize, that charge does not have anything to do with this charge. They're completely separate. I'd still ask that you follow the recommendation here, especially if he doesn't have a status conference till January 9th. He would serve the entirety of his sentence here, if not more, and ultimately not be able to seek any of these counseling services that we're sitting here saying that he needs. And so I'd ask you to follow the recommendation.
Well, and that's the flaw in the system. The fact that he's setting on a $4,500 bond, which he has not demonstrated that he hasn't come to court. Demonstration is whether or not he can regulate a behavior. Doesn't need to post a bond to do that. So why he's been setting in for this long on that, I have no clue. But it certainly affects my ability to address his issue on how he interacts with people that he has intimate relations with. And that is the thing that is bothering me to the nth degree. So whatever happens, I am going to adopt the recommendations as amended. Should he serve the maximum, then that's what will be addressed. That will resolve the case. So anything else?
No, Your Honor, but
Mr.
I will
Day,
speak
thank
with
you.
Attorney Robinson on this.
Yeah, I appreciate the time that you filling in, Mr. Porter. And, you work on the case. Are you ready on your,
Yes,
no,
sir.
Noakowski on 244938?
Teresa Bridges on behalf of Ms. Rosemary Nowakowski, Your Honor. I don't see Ms. Nowakowski in the courtroom on Zoom or in the hallway. I have no further information or explanation for the court.
Have you had any contact at all with her since this case, as far as,
I,
other than maybe the plea?
correct, Your Honor. I had contacted her prior to that date.
She has no prior record, given her age. Yeah, nothing before, and she didn't. I don't know if the defendant has failed to appear. I think we'll start with a show cause. Then go with that. I mean, she did not show to the PSI.
I will continue to try to contact her, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, thank you.